Hey, Marcus.
Hey, how you doing?
Mike Petralia from CLNS Media. Congrats.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, Marcus, how excited are you to be in a Celtics uniform for the next 4 years?
Oh, man, I'm ecstatic. This is a blessing, you know. Never in a million years, you know, I thought I'd be able to, you know, play for the Boston Celtics. Growing up watching them and with the historic franchise that they have, and to be a part of an organization that just has that winning culture is something that you'll never forget and you'll always remember.
Marcus, it's Bob Strom from the Citizen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody,
hey, Marcus.
Have your line from you. That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, Dave.
Congratulations again, kid. You deserve it. And Marcus, you've already alluded to it, but two-part questions. What does it mean to try and win a championship with the Celtics and their tradition? And the other part is, with LeBron in the West, Kyrie in the East now, what will it take for you guys to get past that hurdle?
You know, I think we demonstrated, you know, the talent and ability we had to do that last year, you know, with a few missing pieces, you know. With those missing pieces back in action, you know, I think it really makes it hard for us to beat, you know, and like I said, the same thing went equity, you know, and I'm able to be on a team to have an opportunity to go down and be a part of this historic journey and this historic organization. So, like I said, I'm ecstatic, and I'm ready to go. And like I said, with those missing pieces coming back, I think we have a real shot.
Did Bill Russell or any of those guys talk to you when one of those reunions?
You know, we kind of, you know, mingled. It wasn't really much of a talk. It was a, hey, you know, keep up the good work and going. But, you know, even that goes a long way, you know, because they took time out of their day that they didn't have to do that. And, you know, and that means everything to guys, you know, young guys like me, especially who grew up watching those guys or hearing about those guys or, you know, with their dad, you know, they're listening to their uncles and dad talk about those guys and things like that. And to always hear them and hear people reference, especially for me being able to play back in that era. And so that just means a lot to me.
Thank you so much. Good luck to you, Marcus.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Marcus, was there a point in all of this process where you weren't sure whether or not you'd be coming back to Boston?
At one moment, I didn't really know what to think, you know, to be honest, because my main focus has been on my mom and my family. Right. You know, when you kind of go through adversity or something like this in your family, it kind of puts things in perspective, and everything else kind of becomes a blur to you, and really not that important. But I didn't, to be honest, I didn't know where I was going to end up. You know, I was just enjoying this whole process, and I was all taking it in and enjoying. You know, this is a fun thing, as frustrating as it is. It's a fun. You know, not many people in the world can say that. You know, they're in talks to play for an NBA team, to make a dream become a reality, and be able to do things that they never imagined that they could do. So, you know, this whole time, even with everything that was going on, me not knowing where I was going to end up, was still a fun, exciting part of me.
And Marcus, you just kind of alluded to it a little bit, but what's the latest on your mom?
She's doing good. You know, she's stable. She's hanging in there. You know, and this is a hard time, but at the same time, you know, this is an exciting time for my family. So, you know, with the signing, it kind of brings a little joy to a situation and lighten up a situation that was a little dark and gloomy. But she's in good spirits. She's hanging on. She's in there. And as of right now, she's doing great. Good to hear.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you.
Yep. Marcus, it's Bob Tronigan. That you're going to be, I know your summer's obviously complicated, like you just said, but is there a particular part of your game you're going to be working on this summer?
It's everything. Each year I've expanded my game. This year I show more of my ability to play the point guard position and be more of a playmaker. Definitely. So I'm just going to be working on all aspects of my game. The uniqueness about me is I don't do one thing perfectly or great. I do a little bit of everything. So that's what makes me so unique. So I'm just kind of trying to master a little bit of everything and get better. If I could just get better a little bit each year, then I did my job.
Marcus, there are a lot of people who believe that one reason Danny certainly wanted to keep you on the roster was as a defensive weapon for a team like Golden State should you see them in the NBA Finals next year. What does that make you feel like when a lot of people consider you one of the more unique, certainly defensive players in the NBA?
It's a great feeling. I've always taken pride in my defense. Growing up, I was always taught defense wins championship, offense wins games. If you can't stop nobody from scoring, then it really don't matter how much you score because you can't get a stop. So that's how I was always raised. So to hear my name being talked in that aspect of it is a great feeling, and it's an honor, and it's a blessing. And for Danny and this organization to feel that strongly and have that faith in me to be able to be that person that everybody talks about as a defensive stopper and things like that is an incredible feeling. It means a lot.
Hey, Marcus. Ben Rohrbeck at Yahoo. There were some reports about the negotiations being, I guess, at some point contentious maybe, and at other points maybe gone silent. I was just curious what your perspective was of sort of the public nature of that and what you perceived from behind the scenes, I guess.
This is a business, so you can't get too high, too low on things, obviously, if it's not coming from direct sources, you're hearing all kinds of things from people. But for me personally, I enjoyed the experience. Even though it's a frustrating experience, it's amazing because not many people can experience it, and there's a lot of people in this world that would do anything to be in my situation. So I just try to, take that and use that as a encouragement and a motivator and a positive, not to look at it as a negative. It is a business, so things aren't perfect, and that's why it's called negotiating. So you guys come together and you finally agree on something, and we both agree. Boston loves me. I love Boston. Boston wants me to be here. I want to be here. I am here. So we made it work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Marcus. Mark Murphy from the Boston Herald.
How you doing?
Good. Were you a little disappointed by the free agent market this summer? Did you think there was going to be more out there when you started looking around?
I knew it was going to be tough. I educated myself and things like that on it. I knew it was going to be tough this year. But at the same time, I knew that I was going to be set no matter what. I knew I was going to be on the team, and I'm happy that it's with Boston. Like I said, I was drafted here. Like I said, I've been here my whole career, and, I feel like I'm part of the Boston community. I feel like, Boston is a second home for me. So, it's a good feeling to be here. But I really, it was frustrating at times just because you didn't know, when you don't have any sense of what's going on, that's the frustrating part. But like I said, I knew no matter what happened that, I was going to be okay. And so that gave me that security not to really stress about anything and just kind of let things happen the way they were supposed to happen. If God wanted something to happen, it was going to happen.
Were you at any point thinking, well, I'm just going to take the qualifying offer and become unrestricted next year? Was that ever realistic?
Literally, all my options was open. I didn't know what to think. I went back and forth internally, what to do. And that's just part of it, I mean, what better problems to have, This is one problem that, a lot of people wish they could be having right now. So, I definitely had thoughts about taking the qualifying offer and other, but like I said, all my options were open. I never closed anything, and I just, just have to wait and see what God had in store for me.
Marcus, was there over the last couple of years, was there a point in time where you really began to feel confident in yourself and things seemed to make sense? Was there a turning point, a moment in time that you can look back on and point to that?
A moment in time, yeah. I mean, really, this season, I lost a lot of weight this last season. I lost a lot of weight. I changed my body. I did a lot of things. I improved my game on both ends. And I was able to help my team go deep into the playoffs and make a substantial playoff run. So, my confidence was there. And obviously this team had a lot of ups and downs, injuries, and things like that. But that shows the characteristics of a good team. Everybody can play well when things are going well. Everybody could be happy, excited, and have a good attitude when things are going well. But when things start going bad and you face a lot of adversity, now you really show who you really are and things like that. So,
Marcus, do you think by coming back and signing this extension, you've always been regarded since early in your tenure in Boston as a leader. Do you think you can take that next step in leadership in that room because now everybody knows you're going to be around for the next 4 years?
I think so. I'm one of the youngest guys on this team at the age of 24. We got guys, like Al, Kyrie Gordon, and guys that have been here, Baines, who are a lot older than me and, have more experience. And, those guys, are talking to me and asking me about defensive things and things, how does Brad do this? And, with me being here the longest and when I do talk, those guys listen and vice versa. So, it means a lot for those guys, to me, to see those guys, respect me in that factor. And I definitely think with me coming back that I can use that leadership role even more and really grow that way in a leadership role. And those guys are really great with the support. So, I think it's going to be a great year because we can learn from one another and we can bounce ideas off each other.
Final question, guys?
Hey, Marcus, Jared Weiss from The Athletic. Congrats, man. When you were going through this process, how much did you have to weigh, having like a major profile if you could sign with another team versus being a part of a big collective on what could be a major contending team for probably the rest of the prime of your career?
Oh, it's hard, It is hard. And that's, like I said, that's the beauty about being able to live out your dream. You have the hard decisions, but like I said, anybody would love to have these hard decisions to make. And things like that. It definitely is a big thing you have to think about, because, as a competitor, you're always taught you want to win a championship, and you want to put yourself and be in the best place to do that. And, the Celtics right now is one of those teams where we have a great shot to win it and to have a chance to be there to win it. And, it's a great organization, a great city, and it fits me, my type of style, who I am. So I'm glad to be here.
Great. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, everybody.
And, Marcus, you're feeling better, right?
Good luck, Marcus.
feeling so much better. I got some fluids in me, and it helped me out. Just a little stomach bug. Ate something wrong on my flight here. Just didn't sit well with my stomach. So but a little fluids always helps that.